Hello, pretty people. Welcome back to Indie Swad. I'm glad to get back to you after quite a while, that too with a recipe of your choice. As some of you had requested, I have brought to you the recipe of a chapathi. If you want to know the difference between a chapathi and fulka, you can watch our video on how to make a fulka. Well, through this video, you are going to master the art of making soft chapathis. Well then let's get started. First, we'll take 2 cups of wheat flour, which is the main ingredient for making chapathi. To this, add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And another important ingredient, that is 2 spoonfuls of oil or ghee according to your preference. Now, we will first try mix these ingredients. It is important to do this dry mix because we want the oil or ghee that we added to be equally distributed throughout the wheat flour. Now, start adding the water little by little at intervals. It is important for all of you to remember that while preparing any dough, be it for a chapathi, for a naan, for a roti, or for any other dish, you must never add all the water at once. It is risky to do so because in the initial phase, we cannot know the exact amount of water that we would need to prepare the dough. The water required for the preparation of any dough does not depend only on the amount of flour you have taken, but also the time taken by you to knead it. As you can see here, we are almost done kneading the dough. Another observation that you must make here is that there is no wheat flour sticking to my hand or to the bowl, and the dough too has turned to be very smooth and soft and a little moist. Also, please do observe the texture that we have tried to obtain here. You must make sure that you too obtain this texture. We will knead it for a little more while. And now that our dough is prepared, we can cover it with a lid and let it rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so as our dough has had enough rest, we are going to uncover it and knead it roughly once again. Now it is time to divide this big chunk of dough into multiple small ball-sized portions. Take each portion and roll it between your palms as shown in the video. This way you can make it smooth and soft. After you are done preparing these small ball-sized portions with the entire dough you have got, cover them and keep them aside. And before we proceed with the next step, we'll take some wheat flour in a cup and keep it aside. Now we are going to make the chapathis. For that, take a portion of the dough, coat it with wheat flour on both the sides, press it on the rolling board and start flattening it with the rolling pin. I believe that making round and perfect chapathis is a dream for most of us. Well, if you are a beginner and are new to making this chapathi, I advise you not to fret over the size and shape of the chapathi. You just need to focus on flattening the chapathi evenly on all sides. If you make it frequently and get enough practice, you will automatically get a hang of it. Once the chapathi is done, we'll dust off the excess wheat flour that is sticking to it. Do observe here that it is about 1 mm thick. Now we'll keep it aside and proceed to the next step. Place a tawa on the stove and let it heat. After that, place the chapathi carefully as demonstrated here. We will leave it to roast on one side for a minute and then flip it to the other side. It is important to flip it frequently so that it does not get overly burnt on one side alone. And also, as you can see, I have been constantly pressing and applying some pressure on the chapathi. This way, the chapathi gets puffed up with a lot of steam inside. And this steam helps us in cooking the inner layers of the chapati as well. Our chapati is almost cooked on both the sides. So now it is time to add oil or ghee. Well, I prefer to add ghee because I believe it adds a subtle flavor to the chapatis. But at the same time, there might be some of you who do not fancy the smell of ghee. If so, you can always use the cooking oil. Spread the oil evenly on all sides and continue to roast it. We need to roast it only for a few more minutes, and as you do so, you will notice a change in color of the chapati. The chapati is not only turning golden brown in color, but is also becoming softer. As the tawa gets heated in the process, your chapati will get roasted in 2 minutes. And that's it, a chapati is ready. To store these chapatis, you can put them in a hot pot. First, lay a tissue paper and place all the chapatis in it, and again cover the top with another tissue paper. This helps us to absorb the excess oil if there is any. This way you can store the chapatis and still have them hot later on. You can also serve them instantly as soon as you take them off the tawa. You can enjoy these soft chapatis with any curry or fry of your choice. So guys, that's all for today. If you like the recipe, do subscribe to our channel Indie Swad and do not forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated. Do try it on your own, share the recipe with your friends, and let us know about your experience or queries in the comment section below. See you again in a new video with a new recipe. Till then, goodbye, take care.